Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Beauty and Body Slams where today we're not doing our natty book. I decided that I want to read one more chapter. It's getting really good in part two, but I feel like before we talk about it, that I should probably read just one more. But I did want to show you guys something I got from my birthday from Tori. So, Tori, if you're out there, thank you. It is my Ash the Ace collectible card and AON Wrestling on the back. And you can check out AON Wrestling here on YouTube and see what it's all about, all the fun characters. You can also catch me on Livewire's YouTube as well. There's a lot of cool things that are about to happen on both pages. So, hey, just putting it out there. Now, of course, before we get into the wrestling, let's talk a little beauty. Today, we're talking skincare. We're talking my SPF right here, you guys. Y'all already, ooh, what's on here? Makeup's on here. Anyway, you guys already know how much I love putting on some sun protection. I've been burned 3 times, right? So, getting burned, even if it's just right here, is something that you don't want to happen. So, when I go outside today, I will be having some of this on because ain't no way a girl is getting burned again. If you want information on this or anything else that I've ever talked about, you know what to do. Hit the link in the bio, give the girl a message, leave a comment, whatever. But this right here is my go to. All right. So last night we had Saturday night main event and we had triple A. And tonight we have double or nothing. And we have had a week of wrestling, right? So let's see how much I can remember from the week. And then let's talk a little bit. So, Monday. Okay, Monday was absolutely nuts. First of all, who in the heck does Brock Lesnar think he is coming up on my TV? Now, I have already given him an applause of goodbye, and that is a lot for me to do. And here he comes coming back. Fine, fine, fine. We'll deal with it. Oba, you got this. I'm trying to stay cool with it, but who do you think you are? Number two complaint. Why was Javon Evans' match only recorded for main event? I really wanted to see him do his hometown debut live. His mom had been posting all about it all on social media for the last, for all day on Monday. She was talking about it on Sunday too. So I was super excited. I got to see the clips on his mom and dad's page, but dang, I really had wanted to see it. So I guess I'm going to have to turn on main event and watch it. I just really wish that it would have been a part of the live show. Oh gosh, what else happened on Monday before we get to the thing? Um, my brain, everything just it's just all together, you know how it goes. And lately I've been having the memory of an ant. Well, maybe not even an ant, because ants have really good memory because they know how to stay in line and go around. Now, if they go out of line, then they forget where they are and they just go in a circle. So, okay, ant. Um, but yeah, let's see if I remember. Oh, Street Profits and Seth Rollins. Something's gonna happen. I know a lot of us want to see Montez go his own way. Hi. I know we all want to see Montez go his own way. And I think that yes, it's gonna happen, but at the same time, I love him and Dawkins together. I hate to see that it's happening because of this whole Seth Rollins situation. Maybe there's another thing that they can do. But now let's talk about the thing. Oh, every time I get upset about that, I think about how he is living his life. And if he stays the course, he will be the future. You're absolutely right. Javon is our future. I'm super excited for him. Um, I got to meet him at WrestleCon. He did a surprise walkthrough. So I did get to meet him. He is a nice young man. I mentioned his mom and he gave me the biggest hug. So yeah, I definitely wish him all the best in the world. Okay, elephant in the room. Jacob, Roman, and the Usos. Okay, y'all are uncle, cousin, brothers, besties, what have you. Can y'all remember that? This is really getting out of hand. I don't care who the head of the table is, doggone it. I want y'all out there doing the doggone thing. That's one part of me. Now, the other part of me, I would love to see Jacob win and then have this big thing with Roman all summer, who acknowledges who and what. But really, and this has always been in my eyes, so you guys let me know what you think. The bloodline story was not about Roman. The bloodline story was about Jay. For years, everyone said they're the twins. You didn't know who Jimmy and Jay were. Now, I knew who Jimmy and Jay were because their body types are different. If you look close, way back in the day, at first you didn't see it, but then eventually you saw it, right? So there's always been, for a long time, a difference for me between Jimmy and Jay, and not the Naomi thing. Again, it's their body types. Look really close, go back and look at some old stuff, and you can tell their body types. Um, when everything started, Jimmy was out because Jimmy jimmied, and Jay was trying to find his own way. And the story started building about Jay being with Roman and kind of being his yes man, but at the same time holding back his thoughts and feelings about things not being right. So this whole bloodline story from beginning to end really to me never has had anything to do with who's the head of the table, even though they try to make it about who's the head of the table. It's about Jay. It's about what if look at it really close. Who's the most irrational? Jay. Who's the one who's been bullied the majority of this? Jay. Who's the one who's had such a huge character arc? Jay. Um, so to me, the story has really revolved around Jay. So technically, is the bloodline story over? Kinda, but not really. There's just all these different parts. But I personally have always thought that the bloodline story was about Jay. And if you look now, it looks like they could set up something. They could do an Ashley conspiracy theory. Let me put on my fake aluminum hat. They could do a little something where it ends up being all four of them going up against each other. Jimmy wants his moment. Why not make it another bloodline story and give Jimmy his moment after Jacob gets his? And that's going to be the whole thing. Why is it that I'm always the forgotten one? Remember when he came back after Jimmy Jimmied and he had a t shirt that said, Nobody's bitch? And they never went into that. They like as quick as they turned out the hurt business, they turned away from the nobody's bitch angle, where Jimmy was standing up on his own and was like, we don't need Roman. We got this. And that may have to come back again because that may be the only way that we get the Jimmy story. But okay, let's get back to what's happening on our TVs. Okay. So it is clear that Jacob needs, yeah, he did slip up in his promo, and the injury did a lot of it. And, maybe they're trying to see, is he going to take time off to do some dad time and what have you, too? So we don't know. But, again, Ashley's aluminum hat of conspiracies. Um, but yeah, so is Jacob's going to get his title. I do have a feeling that that is going to happen. Jacob is going to get his title. How long will Jacob have it? I don't know. Are they going to set up something between the four of them? Are they going to add Solo? Maybe not, because it seems like they smooth Jacob into Raw and smooth Gunther into SmackDown like an even trade, even though they're not really like tradesies anymore. So maybe, I don't know. But again, Ashley Brain. So um I think um I think Jacob may win in Italy. And I don't know if the guys on SmackDown are going to be a part of the win. And when I say the guys on SmackDown, I'm talking the MFTs and Royce Keys. I don't know if they're going to be a part of it, but I feel like there's something that may be there. I just don't know. Um, but I do think during AAPI month that it's nice to see this story. Now, again, the bloodline story went on for like 700 years, but now it's like it's this big, huge thing during AAPI month. But yeah, let's see. What could be some possibilities of happening based off of what we saw on Monday? So we know we got tribal combat, right? So we know that's about to go down. That is going to be madness in some way, shape, or form. But can we see tomorrow where Roman tells Jimmy and Jay, hey, this is my fight. Don't worry about it. I got this. Can we see them all standing together? Can we see Solo and all the guys from SmackDown just pop up on Raw tomorrow and have Jacob's back or have their own backs? Or, I don't know what we're going to see. But at the end of the day, I know that. So, and part of my heart says that Jacob is going to win in Italy and it's going to be ugly. Now, another part of me says he's going to win, but he's not going to win the title. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see till next Sunday on that. But I did like the ending of Monday Night Raw, and just to reverse back with the whole Street Profits, Seth Rollins and the Vision thing. I really don't want the three-way. I know it's going that way, but I I would like to see the Street Profits get a true story. I like to see Seth figure something out. Um, Maybe at this point, like Braun needs to go back and find his old title. I don't know, because it's kind of like weighing on me. It's kind of just like, okay, we get it. Braun's gonna run down. He's gonna hit somebody who is okay. But that was Monday. So let's talk Tuesday. I'm still on Tuesdays, still trying to get with a lot of the newbies on NXT, and it's my fault. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't really watch Evolve. I got to get back to watching it. Thank goodness it's on Tubi. You can go in, you can, run through them. Maybe I'll run through a bunch of episodes tomorrow. It's not like I got a job. Don't even get me started. But, like maybe I can run through and watch some of those episodes just so I can familiarize myself with a lot of people. I Vanity Project, I just maybe it's the sizest in me, but they don't do it for me. No, Bailey, that's my homegirl. I like her. LFG, I like her, but they just don't do it for me. Um, Zaria, I was hoping to see her go towards the women's championship a little bit early, but hey, cool. Let's do the whole thing with Tatum Paxley and all the other ladies. I can't wait to see where Kalani goes. Is she going to have a more of a story with Lola Vice? Because I do feel like those two are going to be the next to leave. Um, I completely sorry. I don't like the whole Kendall Gray thing. The girl just got there. Sorry. I feel like her and any other girl who just got there, they've got to maybe start knocking on the door of other women's titles before they try to hit up the women's championship. But that's just me. Everyone is, allowed their opinions. You know, it's all good. Um, I miss Rizzo. Hopefully she can heal soon. Saquon Sugars, he is a rising star. And from my understanding, he has like a whole subset of a character that I've never seen before that, I'm gonna have to look this up on the internet. That is really good. And that's, what we're gonna see. I did pass by his Instagram last week and he seems like a funny kid. So looking forward to seeing where they go with that. I have never been able to get into Dion, so I was hoping that it would have went another way, that they kicked Dion out the group. But they know what they're doing over there. Shawn Michaels is the man. He's got it. He knows what he wants to do with his show. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Everybody and their mama coming after Tony D. Again, it's one of those where I feel like, dude, you just got over here on this TV show. I think you need to wait in the back of the line. That's just old school Ashley. Um, Cam Hendricks and the new guy, I can't, what's his name? Ryan, I want to say. Um, you know, y'all just got there. Maybe we should see who else is out there, who could possibly come towards Tony D. Let him have a nice run. Oh, and leave Miles alone. Don't y'all? No. Mm-mm, mm-mm. The plan, and again, Ashley Brain, the plan in Ashley's head is to see Miles versus Tony D so I can get a bomb ass match. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Let's jump into Wednesday. Again, I gotta do better. I watched an episode and a half of Evolve, and you get into this mode, especially when you live on the West Coast and you and your friends are, wrestling groups that you're in. Everybody watches shows together, and so Raw and Evolve and AEW, um, and now SmackDown for me because I have an app. I'm able to see them all at the same time as people who live on the East Coast. And I chose to watch AEW over Evolve. And for a few different reasons. Number one, I actually go to AEW shows. Um, and yeah, anyway, I'll just leave it at that. But I got to get back to watching Evolve so I can be more familiar with people. Excuse me. Anywho, um, I'm really gonna miss Willow. She is another one of those people. If you've visited the Spiffy and Unicorn podcast, you know how much I adore certain women's wrestlers, and Willow is one of them. And I'm really going to miss her. I hope that she has a speedy recovery. I look forward to seeing who could come up with the TBS title. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to see Queen Aminata come back over more to AEW and less ROH. Maybe Mina Shirakawa. What's her name? Hikaru Shida. Maybe, we'll start seeing a little bit more of those women. Maybe Alex Windsor or Persephone, also as well. Maybe they'll all get a bigger opportunity at the TBS title. Best wishes to Willow again. Get better soon. TV positivity is not going to be the same without you. The conglomeration needs their gal. Speaking of the collab, I can't talk. Conglomeration. Oh my gosh. Um, they had some great matches, and first of all, I love Kyle O'Reilly. So Kyle O'Reilly and John Moxley, my gosh, give it to me more. Give it to me more, 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 more. I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go next. With that story, I believe they have something this Sunday. I'm going to pull up the card in a minute. Um, what else happened? I told you, like, I have my brain be like this after a while. My memory be like, forget it. So, because we get into that huge, like, we watch everything wrestling, and then everything goes crazy, and you're on a virtual wrestling show or two or three, and then you have to remember your lines and everything for that, and your brain just goes, everything's the same thing. Yeah, that's me. Um, I am hoping that the ops can do more. Looking forward to seeing where this goes after the Owen Hart tournament. I got thoughts on that too, but we'll talk about that later. Um, so it would be nice for to see all four of the ops together on TV. Because again, Hook is out. I think he's shooting another movie. Oh, let me talk commentary real quick. I'm a huge commentary fan of Taz, so I've been very happy the last few weeks to have him back on commentary. So, more Taz, please, and thank you, Tony Khan. I'd appreciate it. I do wish, and this is why I can't remember everything. When you do those 3 hours, everything just starts to merge together. And I was puppy sitting, so but everything does seem to merge together, and then I'm like lost in the sauce. What did I watch? What was real? What was fake? Um, but overall, Wednesday was a pretty good show. Um, Looking at the big match that's going to happen when Shelton ran down. Um, After the match, I saw this thing in his eyes. I saw this light in his eyes because this is his first Anarchy in the Arena. He had just did an interview on Busted Open, and he was talking about how excited he was, and I saw this big light come on his eyes, and it's like, oh my gosh, he is ready for Sunday. He's super excited. He got in there, he was doing his thing. People do not sleep on Shelton Benjamin. I don't care how old that man is, he is fire. Okay, you got him and Bobby Lashley out there. It's going down. I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to work with the Bucks and how they're going to work with Jericho and who else is it? Jungle Boy. It's very eclectic. Even the other side's pretty. Oh, is Edge and Christian in this thing too? I mean, Cope and Christian. It's a bunch of people this year. It's going to be crazy now. Last year was pretty cool. We watched it at Dave and Buster's with no sound, which like really? How crazy is that Dave and Buster's didn't give us no sound during the whole Double or Nothing. But yeah, we watched it there, and it was different having the two women involved versus this year. But I feel like Stokely, yes, thank you, Brandon. I feel like Stokely is definitely going to get his comeuppance. But now every time we go to Dave and Buster's, they put us in a back area and they give us a TV with sound. So haven't had that problem anymore. Um, right? Just watching, I'm like, can someone tell me? I don't know if you remember this, but I put it in the comments like, can someone tell me what they're saying? And so I'm like having a moment. Like, I don't know what they're saying. What's going on? Trying to read lips. Can I at least get some subtitles? Can I get a Bluetooth speaker? Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the anarchy in the arena, and mainly because the last one that was here in Vegas was right in front of me. I had was it Dax and Nick from the Young Bucks were fighting in front of me. I was like, this is insane. No, was it Dax and Nick? I don't remember. I got the picture somewhere, but it was crazy. So I've been to three Anarchy in the Arenas. They are all absolutely crazy. They are everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. It is literally the word anarchy. Like I wanted to go outside and be there, but I was like, I know myself. I'll probably get ran over. Um, so Thursday, I have so many subscriptions that right now I am not paying for ROH. So I might see clips every now and again or try to watch something on someone's Instagram or whatever. So I hate that it's behind a paywall, especially because I'm an Eddie Kingston fan and that's where he's over right now is on ROH. Bring Eddie back to AEW, please and thank you. Ashley has no more money for any more freaking paywalls. So I'm just saying. Or you know what you could do? Here's an idea. Since your other shows for AEW, which is owned by you, TK, why don't you just go ahead and just slide those on to HBO Max? I'm just gonna put it out there. But again, that's just me. All right, okay, I'm gonna let it go. And I know, yeah, there's so much with that too because of the library and what all is there and who owns what owns who. But I'm just saying, imagine having the opportunity to watch El Generico one day, Kenny King another day. Then you get to see all like back when the elite came over. You can go back and watch all of that, pick up some stories. But okay, we're gonna let it go. Let's talk about TNA. TNA was pretty good. The main event, Santana and Steve Macklin. I'm loving the fact that they had a nice hard hitting match. It didn't end super quick. They got in there. They basically got what 15, 20, 25 minutes, something like that, to do their match. It was really good. I'm glad Santana came back on top. Um, he's having a great championship run. I hate that EC3 came and EC3 left. So hopefully he's all right and we get him back. Eric Young, his storyline where he's antagonizing people, I want to see a little bit more of that too. Um, a lot of a lot of the guys and girls who are a part of TNA, and because TNA is live and then taped and then live again, a lot of them may not have been there if you were there because they had all just came back from Australia. So the Nemeth brothers, Mara Sade, was Mara Sade there? No, she didn't go, but I think because they were working with the Elegance brand, Ash by Elegance, she went over there, as well as some. And there was a few other people from TNA, people from NOAH, MLW, what have you, were all over in Australia the week before. So if you notice, they weren't on the show, and that's why, or they have like some pre-tapes or what have you. But yeah, it's I'm glad that they're getting things together because Mara Sade was there. I'm sorry, she was there, but she just was in a backstage thing. Um, I'm glad that they are getting things together on AMC. I just wish that it came on at 8 and not 9 because sometimes I'd be tired and be struggling to make it through and have to get up the next morning and finish watching it. But I want to see where they're going to go with Marshade and with Allie and with Rosemary. Shouts out to Rosemary. She's been around for like life. Okay. Um, I want to see what they're going to do with the Elegance brand. Oh, I cannot stand Mr. Elegance. Honestly, the Mr. Elegance who I wanted because I know someone who applied to be Mr. Elegance, he should have got it. I'm just gonna say it. Xavier should have got Mr. Elegance. I'm just gonna say it. That would have been pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with that. And um I I like Daria Ray, but I don't like the two-headed who's in charge situation because okay, again, Santino Morella, the character, I enjoy him. I love what he's up to over there. I love the story with him and his daughter and Stax, and I can't wait to see him like take care of Stax. Just saying, but the whole Daria thing is just it's a little flat to me. She's all right, but it's like it's not hitting for me yet. Because like I said, I do like her. I wish she was in the ring, doing a little bit. Maybe it'll come to that with her and Indy Hartwell. Maybe not. No, I don't know. But yeah. So again, the main event was so good. That first miss of spin the block, I was like, oh no. Oh, no, he didn't get the spin to block in. Okay. All right, let's just stick and stay. Let's just stick and stay. And then finally they got in there and that spin the block happened and that 1, 2, 3. And I was like, yeah. So that's how I started my Friday morning. Cause like I said, I like fell asleep. So let's talk Friday night SmackDown. So Friday night SmackDown, I had to watch at the standard West Coast time because I had a kindergarten graduation party to go to, which was really fun. So I didn't get to watch with my girlies, but I came home and I stayed up and watched SmackDown, and it was so good. I am so excited for Chelsea to come back from her ablation, and it does take some time, but I'm excited to see where she's gonna get in. Is she gonna get in with the whole Julia Kiana James situation? Is she gonna get in with Tiffany Stratton? Is she gonna get in with Blake Monroe? Where are we going with this? I'm super excited. She got beat up this week. I really can't wait to see where they go because everyone knows I love me some Chelsea Green, and of course I love the triple of, well, the throuple rather, of Jade and Me Chen and B Fab. I love those three together. Put some respect on my girl, Me Chen. First and foremost, this woman has won more titles than you can even think of. This woman is amazing. Again, one of my inspirations. Yes, the face turn with Chelsea is pretty good. And is it a face turn or is it just Chelsea being Chelsea? I don't know. But yeah, I love how they have these three powerful women together, and the fact that, again, people don't realize how hard BFAB has been working over the last few years. This chick is phenomenal. Mi Chen, yes, she it deserves that middle championship picture. It is absolutely maddening to me that she has not gotten that title. She deserves it. She kicks ass. If you know, you know. I've met this woman twice. I love her. She's so good. Um, I like the three together because of the fact that it is building BFAB a lot. Oh, hello, Antonio. It's building BFAB a lot. Because she was going to the dungeon before it was a big deal to talk about people going to the dungeon. She was doing private work before a lot of people talked about it. AJ Francis used to talk about it all the time about how she would fly home to Columbia after shows and then come back and do live shows, and she would go to training, and it's showing, and she's cool as hell, y'all, in real life as well as on the show. So I'm looking forward to see how long it's going to go. And I do feel like eventually Mi Chen, Mia Yim is going to get the title she deserves. I don't know, if BFAB will just continue to be like a player or if, she'll eventually one day get a run as well. Um, it's we, and you know what I'm saying when I say we all don't like um the treatment that those three women get as women of color. No, from certain crowds, we don't like that. But I appreciate the fact that WWE is keeping them right on the TV, right where they belong. Because if you don't like it, turn the channel. These women ain't going nowhere. They are built for this. If you don't like it, bye bye, bitches. Anyway, try not to swear so much because it's Sunday, but I'm just saying. My favorite member. Why don't you have a picture? Anyway, um, if it's who I think it is, I'm gonna get you later. um, See, now I gotta get my brain back. Thanks. The tag team once again. Once again, they have screwed Lash and Naya. I am sick of it. Sick of it. Do not, and I know I just jumped to Saturday and I didn't really mean to, but they screwed Lash on Friday. They did. They screwed her. She deserves another person who could go for a singles run as well. Naya could go for a singles run. I get it that they're trying to do some highlights of some of the younger people with more seasoned people, and that's great. I When it comes to the new younger people, Fallon Finley. Love her. I I'm okay with JC Jane. The other one, not so much. Shalani, again, it comes back to that thing that I was saying about NXT. Maybe she should have, and I know they were going to bring them up as a trio, but I feel like she needed a little bit more seasoning and time with me. But that's just me. Anyway, Fallon Henley is going to be another one that's going to break out, and she's going to be in that group with Lash, with Mi Chen, with Chelsea Green, with all those women. She's going to be in that area, and it's going to be freaking amazing to see them all go for the middle championship. And then some of them are going to branch off and go for that women's championship. There's going to be a lot of women who are going to start to go less and less time. We don't really know if Bianca really is ever going to come back. This is, something that if you've been watching her YouTube, it's been one of her dreams to be a mom. So, a full-time mom at that. Because she is a mom, she's a bonus mom. So, what if Bianca doesn't come back? Who's gonna take Bianca's spot for a while? Jade is a mom, and what if she decides one day, you know what? I don't want to do this full time anymore. So those are things to think about when it comes to who's going to be those next big women in charge. The women's tag team wise, take it off of Brie and Paige, please. Anybody else, please. That's just me. I like it, but I don't like it. Really? Gee, follow me on other things as well. You'll see. um, let's talk some men's stuff. I know I haven't talked about it yet, but Tama and Shinsuke Nakamura. I wanted I wanted it my way. I'm just gonna say it. I wanted it my way. I wanted again, I still am not happy with Tongaloa not being there. Okay. I wanted Tangaloa there. I wanted him to introduce his brother the way that he used to introduce his brother in New Japan. I wanted the Gorillas of Destiny. Sorry, I did. I'm not. I'm not gonna get it. It's fine. I'll have to let some stuff go. But I wanted the Tama and Shinsuke Nakamura. I wanted to see them having interactions in Japanese and English. I wanted to see them have a real one-on-one match without interference. I wanted to see that. Um, Tala, which I cannot call him that. I call him Hikaleo. That's how I was introduced to him. That's who he is. Hikaleo going out there and being the big man that he is. I absolutely love it. Standing up for his big brother, doing this thing. It's great. But I want him to have his own big man thing too. I just kind of feel like, in a way, the MFT thing isn't going the way that they planned. What's the story? Solo is all over the place. He wants to be in charge. He wants to be sneaky. It is absolutely maddening in a way to see what's going on with Solo. It's like Solo has a story with Jacob. Solo has a story with Royce. Solo has a story with NFTs. Remember when Solo was doing, his own little big things? Can we kind of get a little bit of that back? But that's okay. Ashley, let it go. Speaking of Royce Keys and the MFTs, I wonder where this is going. And again, this is another it's another name hard for me to like say. I'm used to calling him Will. I've been calling him Will for almost 4 years. But Royce. Uh well, more than 4 years. My gosh, how long have I known him? I've known him for a minute. Anyway, um, Royce is caught in the middle with this whole situation too. He's good friends, longtime friends with Jacob, has known Solo forever, and Solo's doing that head game. I think Solo's doing a head game with himself at this point, because at this point, Royce is just like, yo, Damian Priest, you got to trust me. I'm here because I don't want no BS. I'm here to do what I need to do for me and mine. And, I'm not interested in being with MFTs. But then at the same time, it's like, but you could because I like it when you play the bad guy. But that's again, and that brings me to another point. So let's talk about Ricky. Ricky and Royce are on the same freaking TV show. There is so much there. Yes, and Solo is gold. He is gold. And he's not getting it's too messy. But again, you got Ricky and Royce, same TV show. They can do big things together. They can do big things together, or separately together. Just saying, I gotta keep my hands in the screen. It's kind of weird. It would be nice to see that. That's an option. I do like though that they do have Ricky with Carmelo, with Trick, and they're trying to put a great story together with that. It's going to be good. We just got to sit back and relax and enjoy and see where it's going to go. Um, Sammy all over the place. He's wilding all over the place. I don't know what Sammy want. My thing with Sammy was you should stick to what you said at the beginning of the year when you said your kid wanted to know why haven't you been champion? Get your butt there and stay there. Stay in that lane. Just stay in that lane of getting back to the big title instead of doing, you know, I want to talk with Trick. I want to talk about this. No, just stay in that lane. Stay with the you and Cody thing, or you and maybe Gunther. I don't know who that's going to end up being. Yeah, the Cody Gunther story. Gunther ain't signed nothing. I don't know where this going. In a way, it's kind of like let's just let the little bully have his way. Cool, cool, whatever. It's are they getting ready to have red carpets for whichever video game? Sorry, I'm not a gamer. I always forget which one it is. Mortal Kombat, Kung Fu King, whatever. Are they getting ready for the red carpets for that? Because if they are, does that mean that Cody is going to lose his title? IDK? I don't know. Overall, though, I did enjoy the show. I'm looking forward to seeing what's next. It was better than, to me, a little bit better than the week before. They did a lot of raw highlights. I am intrigued on what's going to happen when they cut the third hour out, though. To me, honestly, they have enough women and enough junior. I'm going to say this word, but don't take it that way. Um, Junior positioned. I've been doing a lot of job searching. Um, Wrestlers that right. So that's why I'm asking the question. That they could have, another show. I hate again, main event. How many people actually watch main event? Yeah. Main event was on regular TV or Netflix. It's kind of hard because I always forget that to turn it on my YouTube. But and watch it. And here I am on YouTube right now, and I've talked about it like three times, and probably will still forget to go watch it until like sometime late at night. Um, so yesterday, it was all right. Saturday night main event was all right. It wasn't okay. There have been some that were not as good, but I w I noticed that they did have more women's matches on there, and they tried to spread them out as much as possible. Um, the 6-woman tag team match was very good. The setup, they're doing very well. And a lot of times when you have the heel team win, it generally means that whatever's going to happen, um, whatever's going to happen at the next PLE is going to be the complete opposite. Now, I hope that is not the case. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy Rhea as a wrestler, but I would love to see Jade get another run at it again. Yeah, let's talk about this whole Becky Soul match. First of all, you blinked and it was over. And I think that's what, like I said, it wasn't great. It was a good show. They have something there. They've got the storyline with Ref Jessica and Becky. They've got Soul on a 1 and 2 streak for all intents and purposes. They've got the story of bringing up how to bring up somebody from NXT and let them get used to the live audience, and the way that Soul was already introduced to us. um yeah. um it was I didn't appreciate it. I'm just gonna put it that way. Yeah, that it left a sour taste in my mouth. um as the match that they might as well had left off of the card. Um, then let's see, the women's tag match. I already said take them belts off of Brie and Paige. At this point, it's kind of like I want Nia and Lash to have the belts. Yes. However, there are other teams, and let them all break out and get it back. Let somebody else. They don't have they have chemistry with some of us, but they don't have chemistry with all of us. Whereas it feels like the other ladies who are in tags, that's basically the problem with all of them. Parts of them have chemistry with the audience and parts of them don't. So it seems like there's a mismatch on all the teams. Yay, Paige is back. Woo! Bree's back. Yay. Okay. So it's like people are picking and choosing which piece of the teams that they like. Same thing with Nia and Lash. We're still getting used to Lash. We love Nia. Um, Even if Chin and BFAB got the tag titles, are they really going to take to them based off of taking to them? If it was like how you see um, everyone loves Lexi and Charlotte together. They are fan favorites, right? So it always seems like they're going to push them to be the champions again. I would love to see them break up. I've met them. They're great. They have great chemistry together. Woohoo. But there's just something that is just not working for me. Um had she won with Nikki, yeah, but again, there's that other thing too. Again, Nikki was the girl and Brie was the girl. It's still like a high-low situation. It's kind of crazy. I've talked to some other fans about this as well, and it's like there is a like it's just a disconnect where, okay, the best example, Bailey and Bird Girl, Lyra Valkyria. Most people are Team Bailey. I'm cool on Lyra. When you have a team, you want everyone to be like, on all of them. So yeah, again, that's why I'm like, if we're gonna keep this going with a women's tag team, number one, they should have not gotten rid of the NXT one. They should have did one. If you're gonna do it, do one for your main shows and one for NXT. They should have kept it like that, but they didn't. So make them all go to work over there. Have Paige, have Paige and Brie even stopped over there? So again, you're not hitting all your audiences. So put some women who are able to do that, put them together, give them the belt, and let them hit all three shows or bring back one of those titles. That's just an easy fix. It's just an easy fix. And again, give it to two women who are able to capture the audience. Nia and Lash were capturing the audience. They're big, they're bad, they're beautiful. What else you need? Because they're athletic as hell. Why not? Or BFAB and Michin. Or who else could it be? Let's look on the Raw side. I get it. The Raw side, y'all got Bailey doing everything. Natty doing everything. There's not that many women on Raw that are like, oh, yeah, let's bring them out. If you need to repackage Kiana James and somebody together, do that. Little hint, she was not with Jordan Grace. That was her actually talking to Julia. So I don't know what they need to do, but they need to figure out something. Bailey's doing the AAA thing right now. I have a feeling Bailey's about to do something huge. I don't know what it is yet, but Bailey's about to do something huge. And speaking of AAA, if you don't watch AAA, what is wrong with you? First of all, I'm so glad that WWE purchased AAA and bought them back into my life because I hadn't seen them in such a long time. Am I a fan of Savio on commentary? Not yet, but it was only day one. Okay, it was only day one of Savio on commentary. Hopefully, they can get it down. You have to remember they're not actually there, they are back in an office doing the recordings of their commentary after the show has already been done. It's taped, right? So I'm really looking forward to next week. Congratulations to Rey Mysterio becoming the general manager. I should have saw that coming. I really did. And the ending of AAA was so good. First of all, how all of y'all just gonna get to fighting, and then the comic book strip thing at the end. Oh, oh my God. I loved it. I love the comic strip story at the end. So good. So good. Um, on a side note, Marcel Bartel, all the best to you because nobody, and I know Ashley shouldn't be getting political, but you don't be coming up to somebody. I don't care how annoying they are. I really don't. I don't care how annoying people are in the elevator because once the elevator door opens, even if it's not my floor, I can get out. Trust me, I've done it before. Um, you don't threaten somebody calling ICE on their partner. That's not cool. Sorry. That's just not cool with me. Just yeah. Yeah, so that whole stipulation of no talking went completely out the window. Um, and I'm looking forward to seeing, who's gonna get unmasked. They went at it, and it was crazy. That was the one thing on Monday. I was like, why are they touching each other? And then I remembered the stipulations for AAA only, which I did not like. I felt like the stipulations should have been AAA and WWE shows. They shouldn't have been able to touch each other at all. When I went to the Hall of Fame, El Grande Americano, the tall one, was sitting next to Gunther. So that was pretty cool. He was in his garb. Psycho Clown was there. Um, I got to see the Monday after Mania. I got to see Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice wrestle. Thea Hale and Shiloh. So that was pretty cool. But getting back to Saturday, Ray Phoenix got screwed. I'm really glad that Rey Mysterio said, "Hey, let's do it again." Um, because I was so unhappy with the way that went down. I'm very disappointed in Laredo Kid, and I really enjoy watching Laredo Kid in the past. And the fact that he had to do his little cheating situation, that was messed up, bro. That was so messed up. Um, I really did not want to see him lose like that, but it would be nice to have either him win that title or get into a feud with Dominic for the Mega Campeon. Even though I would love to see Penta do it too, because Penta cracks me up. If you have not seen Penta's interviews talking about Dominic is not a real Mexican, it's so funny. He really goes in on it. So um yeah, it would be nice to see the Lucha Bros either both have a title there or, at least Ray have a title there. But yeah. And it would also be nice just to have the Lucha Bros together on TV, period. Again, another set of wrestlers that I've met that were very nice. But now let's talk about today. So unfortunately, I won't get to watch Double or Nothing at some point. Um, no, this person is on her are on here, and you are welcome to hang out at Beauty and Body Slams. Oh, I have a link, I think, but maybe not send me one. Um, because I'm gonna be at a dinner. But I'll be in touch with you. Um, let's talk about Double or Nothing. I got the card up in here. All right. First and foremost, the I quit. I hate I quit sometimes because honestly, Copeland and Cage versus FTR. I really, in a way, I care, but I don't care who wins because I feel like this has been going on since for freaking ever. Bye. And I know who you are now. Bye. um, it's like, okay, in a way, are we beating this with a dead horse? Kinda. But I feel like it may be a good match. I know Stokely's gonna get his head knocked in some way, shape, or form, so we're cool with that. Um, who's this? Tekla, Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida, and Jamie Hayter in the AEW Women's Four Way for the Championship. Tekla's gonna keep it, is my thoughts. Now, and I do like Tekla. I hate that during WrestleCon I was so busy I didn't get to walk over and get a picture with her. I miss getting one with her and Okada and Will Ospreay. Like seriously, that is my second or third time with Will Ospreay. Like, him and Alex Windsor walked by me the one of those days too. I'm like, son of a, why didn't you use your words? But yeah, yeah. That pay-per-view is gonna last for like life. And it's another good thing about living on the West Coast. By the time it ends, I'm still, can catch some Z's. Um, Chris Statlander is gonna get screwed over by Hikaru Shida because something wrong with that girl. Jamie Hayter, I don't know. I'm just not feeling her. I was for a while, but now it's kind of like, we'll see, we'll see. Let's see who else is on here. Let's blow this up. Okay, Mina Shirakawa versus Athena. Love them both. We already know how this is gonna go. It's pretty obvious. It's gonna be Athena going to the next round. I'm gonna jump around, and the reason I'm jumping around is because there's some that on here. I'm just like, okay, oh yeah, the Continental title. Ooh, I think Kyle O'Reilly might beat John Moxley. I I kind of have a feeling that's gonna happen. The Scooby Doo thing is not working for her at all. That's what it is. It's a Scooby Doo thing. I would love. to see how long this match is gonna go. Like this could have been its own pay-per-view, just putting it out there. They could have just did like one of those like side shows, O'Reilly versus Moxley. And Mox in real life is cool as hell. Oh my God. Um, haven't met Kyle O'Reilly yet. He's on the list. Kyle, if you're listening, you're on the list. Let's see who else we want to jump on to talk about that in a minute. Kind of already glazed over it. Bandito versus Swerve Strickland. Come on, Bandito. Come on, Bandito. Remember who you are. Come on, Bandito. I want to see it. I want to see it. Let's hold off on the Swerve versus Joe or Will Ospreay for a minute. Come on, Bandito. Let's go. Let's go. Um, okay. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the hair versus hair real quick. The hair versus title. Um, I don't know. I'm still like, it's something ain't right with that boy, Darby. Something ain't right with that boy. Something ain't right with that boy. He need a nap. He needs something. Something ain't right with that boy. Um, I don't know when Max's next movie is because I heard him say that he didn't have one, but and then honestly, like, did he really go to Turkey? Because it's so many of these videos I hear of dudes going back and forth to Turkey, and I'd be looking at folks' head now, like, really like that. So I don't know if he go. I don't know. I think it's gonna be some It's gonna be some shenanigans. It's gonna be some shenanigans. I look forward to seeing. I don't know if Warlow will help out Max, but I heard Warlow is there. Um, I don't know if Warlow is just there to promote season 2 of American Gladiators. I still need to finish season 1. But yeah, but he is there. Um, Okada versus Kenoshita Takeshita. I love one of my favorite episodes of The Wrestlers is watching Takeshita wrestle the Invisible Man. He is so good. If you've never seen it, it's on Vice, it's on Tubi. Um, yeah, I don't see why not. Um, check out The Wrestlers if you've never seen it. And you'll see a young Tony Storm, a young Mi Chen, a young Kenoshi Takeshita, Darby Allin, Swerve Strickland, MVP. So many people are on it. But yeah, Okada Takeshita. I hope Takeshita wins. It's gonna be a bomb match. Osprey and Samoa Joe. Everybody's saying Will Osprey is gonna win. I'm gonna go opposite, and it's not just because I'm a Samoa Joe fan. I'm also a Will Ospreay fan. Last night, I watched um, Kota Ibushi clips of Kota Ibushi and Will Ospreay on Reels last night, and there's still so much more to come out of this Death Rider story. I don't know. I kind of want Samoa Joe to win. Um, Thank you so much for dropping off. And of course, you are my number one fan. You have to be. You're obsessed with me. uh, um, and now for the stadium stampede, anarchy in the arena, whatever you want to call it, because it's going to be great. Um, oh, I forgot Kenny's in it. Yep, Kenny's in it. So okay. You've got Jericho, Kenny, the Bucks, Hurt Syndicate, and Jungle Boy on one side. On the other side, you've got, oh Lord, you got Finley, Connors, you got the Demand, you've got Mark Davis, and you've got Andrade. I'm going with, which is crazy to say. I'm going with the older guys, with the little with Jungle Boy. I'm gonna go with the quote unquote face side. Um, I'm gonna go with them to see what's gonna happen. I like the dogs. They're crazy. The dogs will turn on the demand in a heartbeat. Um, Again, this is why I'm like just going back and forth looking through this and not even thinking at 0 hour, just looking at everything that's going on. There's so much drama and intertwined storylines on here. I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen tonight. And this has really went longer than I anticipated today. I usually don't talk this long on here. I kind of want Osprey to lose because he still has drama with both factions. Exactly. There's so much there. Like, yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be a great match. I'm looking forward to seeing where it's gonna go. I'm gonna see if I can pull up 0 hour real quick. Um, because I heard that 0 hour has some stuff on it too. I like how they some piece. I think 0 hour is getting ready to start in a few minutes at that because 0 hour don't never be like just 5 minutes. Yeah, Mick Foley is now all elite. Saw that coming. I don't know if how nobody else saw that coming a mile away. Um, who is on 0 hour? I know the boom people will be there. They've never come across my FYP on TikTok, so I really don't know much about the boom people. I'm still trying to figure out who they are, what's the big deal. Um, Anthony Agogo is going to be on 0 hour. If you ever get a follow from Anthony Agogo or a comment in your social media, it is him. Just so you know, he actually does reach out to random fans and talks to them. So that's a nice situation. Um, I believe Eddie and Ortiz are on there, so it's gonna be a good 0 hour. And you are right. Definitely a lot of politicking um going on both. Yeah, yeah. I'm and So you guys, there's so much wrestling out there. It's my buddy Spiffy would say, it's like choosing your favorite ice cream. Mix and match it, find what you like, enjoy it. I talked about the main ones today, but if you ever saw my history on my YouTube or my crazy algorithms, you'd be like, this girl watches everything and nothing all at the same time. um, so if you get time, check out Reality of Wrestling with Booker T. Check out my homeboy Danny on there. Check out Top Dollar on there. Watch all the videos you can from the Australian wrestling from last week. It was pretty good. Shout out to my big little brothers, the Good Brothers. Always gonna give them love on my podcast and on my shows. Um, Shout out to, of course, Karrion Cross, or that's how some of y'all know him. But to me, he will always be Killer Cross, or the guy every time he says something awesome makes me cry. By the way, Scarlett, she gives the best hugs. Um, Enjoy coming back MLW. Waiting to find out what's gonna happen with Lucha Underground. Right now, I can only find Lucha Underground. Again, I gotta pay for it. Ashley ain't got no money, y'all. We have to start a foundation for Ashley, or you hit the links in the bio. To help Ashley stream some Lucha Underground off of Prime. Um, but there's so much wrestling, so much forms of entertainment out there. Hang out and watch some podcasts. Get to know a little bit more about these wrestlers before making some very, very tone deaf opinions. Okay, because there's so many great things out there. If there's local wrestling in your area, go to it. If you have any inkling in your heart to do anything in wrestling, don't be afraid to go to that independent place and say, hey, how can I help? I am slowly doing that myself, so I'm just telling you, it's totally worth it. WrestleCon was amazing for me. Um, being a part of the business for 4 days, learning the wrestler's handshake and some other things. My picture, I don't know, it might come up on MVP's podcast this week. I mean, it is at least already on the Instagram. Go check it out. So shout out to Dwayne Swayze for that. Another great shout out to Shelton Benjamin and Chris Masters and Christy Hemme and every other wrestler who was amazingly awesome to me during WrestleCon, because I've talked about it, but I really haven't talked about it um, on this YouTube page. Shout out to my podcast partner, Sean Spiffy Styles. Shout out to Leilani Kai and Rip Rogers. Um, wow. It still feels like a dream that happened last month to me. Um, Again, stay tuned for more of our book club. We are halfway through part 2. We will be talking about it soon. As you can see, I have. Oh no, I just dropped it. Shoot, I was going to show it to you guys again if you missed it earlier. Let me see if I can grab it and don't lose my page. Okay. Again, Tori, thank you so much for my Ash the Ace card. Check out AON Wrestling here on YouTube. Check out Livewire as well, and all the other awesome things from BWF. If you're part of the group, wherever you get your wrestling kicks, support as much as you can. Like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit the links in the bio. Give your girls some confidence and good luck. I go into another job interview on Tuesday. I really need to get back in the employment game. I super miss actually working now, which is kind of, the independent girl in me loves being independent, but at the same time, I like my benefits. So if yeah, positive vibes, guys. Really appreciate it. But hopefully, like I said, I want to do one more chapter and then we're going to talk the last heart beating. Again, if you haven't got your book, it's you got a few more days to go get your book and catch up with me. We are going to talk about next time. Let me grab this. We're going to do part 2, practice all the way to the Hearts and the McMahons. That's what we're going to be talking about on our next round. The book is actually not that long. It's a great read. I'm just literally going slow with my reading so that I can bring this to you. And the next book after that is to be determined. We're either going to do Becky or we're going to do Killer Cross. We haven't decided yet because I've listened to both multiple times and we'll just see where we're going to go. But yeah, so last heart beating, that's where we're going to go the next time I come live. Anyway, remember that today is a great day to have a great day. Tomorrow, don't forget to honor those of the great soldiers who, rather how we feel about it or not, we lost them. I thank them in your thoughts and prayers for their service as they are no longer with us. Memorial Day is about those who are no longer with us. Take time out for that. Any other traditions that you have, do that. Enjoy your early beginning of summer. Me, I'm going to go hang out with the family and figure a way to sneak in some headphone time of some way, shape, or form to either listen to some streams or come back later and watch Double or Nothing. By the time I get home, they'll probably still be on. Shoot, you know how Tony Khan like to keep going and going and going like I'm going. Anyway, all right, you guys. It has been a pleasure to talk to you for way longer than I expected. Y'all have been an awesome audience. We will talk soon. Bye, babies.